How you doing? Scotty Bear back with another video. This video is a video I'm very excited about. Something that I've had playing over and over in my mind. I have a counter going on my on my little web app or whatever. Going for during this pandemic. It's been a little while now. Again, I'm building up to this because, you don't mind if I smoke a little weed, do you? This is a difficult, very difficult video to make. I want to make this video. This is something I'm very excited about. However, this is the kind of video, that friends, family, peers, my poker playing brothers, my everybody. This is the kind of video you're going to be shelled at. This kind of video where it's like walking into a gym, dropping your pants, and everybody laughing at you. It's one thing about being a professional poker player or gambler. It's kind of like haha, jokes on you type of thing. Actually, kind of give you a little background here. As of today, not exactly a day. It's like I said, this is kind of a video you kind of got to be in the mood to make. And today seems like that day. Actually, I believe today is day 99 of no gambling. This is a pretty monumental day. Maybe even like the top 5 days in my whole entire life. There's only a few things I can really think that's has the type of gravity today has. I hope I can tell this story well because it's a very meaningful story. I've quit many things in my life, like skateboarding. I'm love to skateboard, something that, again, I didn't get much support from my family members and friends. Surfing's kind of the same thing now, being about 48 years old or 47, whatever. I don't keep a whole track too closely at this point, but I could barely paddle around because my shoulder is so bad at this point. Hold on, I gotta light this out. I am sitting here in front of you today with about ready to put gambling behind me. This is not something I came up with during this pandemic. However, I had a good amount of help from the pandemic. This is not something new either. Actually, 2019 was probably the year that I gambled the least. It was really, it's hard exactly, but the milestone is pretty much this. And there's a little fun story behind it. I believe it was one of the last conversations I had with my wife that she goes, and again, it's hard to bring the real heartfelt, saying behind this. But basically she says between drinking coffee and frivolous expenditures and smoking weed every day and gambling, you live like a millionaire. And, it really is kind of one of those things where, this has been a very long time coming. Unfortunately, when, again, kind of another side story and maybe something interesting, my friend Einstein puts it like this, gambling is always a friend that's ready to kick it. And, I can't even believe we're at 4 minutes already in this video, but, basically, about 3 years ago, about being on, it's been over 3 years. I walked in to play poker at the World Series of Poker with a buddy of mine named Tommy. Long time poker buddy. That's the thing. I got lots of history doing this. I have been gambling pretty much since I could, maybe even before. And, and you might even call me a compulsive gambler. Again, like I said, this is not an easy video to put yourself out there, and that's totally fine. I certainly am careless. I'm certainly an idiot. I'm certainly all of these things. It really, it's kind of, the way I feel about is this is, I never really feel like, money is burning a hole in my pocket. However, my ambition, I mean, I'm taking this again kind of from the movie Blow or whatever. My ambition far exceeds my, I don't know, I don't remember exactly how I'll put it, but, I'm a guy with dreams and ideas, and I felt like gambling, as being a young kid, of course, gambling would offer me that. I mean, you see all these stories and the glitz and the glamour, and even as a kid, maybe you feel like that is your best chance, or a good chance to strike it rich and whatnot. And as I got progressed through the years or whatever, I put everything in the background. I made a lot of choices. I did a lot of things. I won a bunch of money that I may have not, otherwise been able to win or whatnot, or get my hands on, probably is a better way to put it, and lost more money than any one person, any normal person would probably want to admit to, that's for sure. And really, that's kind of it right there. Is I continually priority poker was a big part of it. And I really kind of was like, poker. But I feel like a lot of this has to do with age too, because it's just you get to a point where you've seen all the casinos, you've done it all, you've tried it all, you've won it all, you've lost it all. You really become very desensitized to this. God damn. It's not an easy road. I mean, one of the most misunderstood things is poker players. And poker players are incredible salesmen. Poker players are incredible financiers. And actually, I would put gamblers as, pretty successful people in general, because without money, you really don't have much gambling. I mean, without a doubt. So, I mean, I really feel like, if anything, and again, this really kind of goes back to the argument, compulsive gambler, but, I may be somewhere in between. I mean, that's okay. Let's go with compulsive gambler. That's totally fine. Again, this is not something I'm overly sensitive about. However, I am driven to improve myself and evaluate the better percentage play. And, this has been, a journey. I mean, getting back to this point, that the 100 days, why that's so significant is, kind of the, I don't know, the poison or whatever gambling really is this, you think to yourself, your buddy calls you or whatever, again, more of a story, a side story, oh, I lost $1,200 at a strip club. Well, me, I've never lost $1,200 at a strip club, and I think to myself, wow, or I got drunk last night, my bill was like $300 or whatever. I've actually, kind of an interesting story about me, I've never been drunk. So you think to yourself, fuck, what do I do? I don't really do anything, or what am I really losing, when you don't really have much to lose? And then you get a pandemic like this or whatever, and you really start to value those type of things, and you kind of wish that maybe you put money away for some pandemic type of day. I've been pretty lucky. I've been lucky, a lot of regards. It's hard to, definitely the deck has broken my direction in life, without a doubt. Haven't worked too hard, won a lot, lost a lot, hurt a lot of people. I mean, like I said, I've, prioritized gambling, a lot in my life. Something I wish, if I'm looking back at myself, 20 years ago, I'm not saying not gamble, actually. I'm saying more like, man, there's other things out there. There's other things to do. There's other opportunities. And, I wish I could have talk to myself a little bit. But you know, this is kind of one of those things where, you know, people tell you can't, and you know, you get hell bent on that to some degree, and you feel like, oh, I'm going to show them, or whatever. I mean, it kind of feels like that because, of course, this is not. This is one of those things where you get shelled pretty good from your peers, your loved ones, your wife, maybe your kids or whatever. You know, so it's not something that you share with a lot of people. Certainly not something you're ready to put on YouTube. But I am. I am going to make every effort. You know, I've been here before. I don't actually remember, you know, my record last time. I went a very large clip of days without gambling last time. Maybe even 117 days. And, you know, it's kind of what, you know, wife said. And when we were sat down, and the ex-wife or whatever, we sat down, and, you know, we figured out I probably haven't gone maybe, you know, in the whole time, maybe 20 years-ish of my life without making some sort of wager, gamble, lottery tickets. I mean, anything, top to bottom. I wouldn't call myself a full opportunist gambler, but however, I was, you know, buy a lottery ticket for $1, send it. You know, you know, really wasn't one of those things. I mean, poker being the big one, and then of course, you know, leaking over into different things. I mean, actually, you know, from a poker standpoint and everything, you know, you got to be a gambler in the sense where to achieve the type of results that I feel most people get in the poker, you know, with that type of feeling. But yeah, today are at least 99 days today. You know, I just kind of felt like talking about this. You may hear more videos about this in the future. I am really gonna try to take this as far as I could go. Last time I went back to gambling because honestly, you know, just you get kind of bored, and you know, where else are you gonna take, you know, a couple $100, $300, $500, $1,000, and you know, really it's it's kind of you know, sky's the limit. I mean, I've like I said, I've definitely won a lot of money, and you know, also lost a lot of money. So it's definitely one of those things that I think to myself, you know, I definitely don't regret. I definitely don't regret. But I think I would regret at this point. It's hard to get back to this point. I mean, you quit gambling, and you lick your wounds, or you swear off gambling, and you think to yourself, fuck, you know, I'm gonna quit. Fuck this shit. And then, you know, you lick your wounds, and you know, you get some money together, and you think to yourself, fuck, you know, what difference does it make? It's you know, only money. I'll get some more money if I lose. If not, you know, the party continues. And I'm looking to, just like poker, I mean, I have not sat down at a poker game in 3 years. I mean, the World Series of Poker 3 years ago, I walked in the door with Tommy, and you know, that was the last time I played poker. And I am hoping to, you know, finish the job and not wager another dollar of my money ever again, and move on to great things. I mean, quitting poker really offered me many great things, opened many opportunities and doors in my life, and I am hoping to jump in the Pandora's box and see what this will offer me. It's been 100 days. We're shooting for more, and I gotta tell you, we'll see what happens. I'm gonna keep you updated. Why not? Why not? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment, please like, please subscribe. I'm interested to hear your comments, and what you think, rude or pleasant. Otherwise, I mean, really, it doesn't matter. I really want to know what you think. Have a wonderful Thursday? Thursday. Have a wonderful Thursday. Bye.